All right, this case study is very interesting. It just shows that some people need an even higher dose of ZeoCharge to get the desired effects. So this individual was taking ZeoCharge along with other detox supplements, including OSR or amaramide, which is Boyd Haley's mercury chelating complex, which is the strongest known mercury chelator. She was taking both of those things during the 6-month period. So she tested in July, and then the next year in January she tested. So that's over a 6-month period. She was taking these things. She also had 14 amalgam fillings removed during this time. Now, she was detoxing prior to this as well for a couple of years to put herself in a good position to get those fillings out. But there was a lot going on during the 6 months. So as you can see, here's the initial test. And then 6 months later, we're here. So things are getting a little bit worse, actually, a little bit less balanced. I mean, not a huge, there's just really not much going on. It's very similar. And that's after getting the fillings out and on very good. I mean, she was on 2 tablespoons of ZeoCharge as well with the OSR. So she was doing a lot of good things. And then we see the metals, not as much movement as we'd like. We see detox pathways are opening to some extent. We're getting a lot of the metals coming out, but what we really want to see is the mercury, because we know she has more mercury than this in her body because she's had those fillings in for about 50 years. So the body is just not yet releasing this mercury, which is kind of surprising considering she's on OSR, the strongest known mercury chelator. That's supposed to go into the brain and rip out mercury and do all these things, and the ZeoCharge, but it's just not increasing. And we have to assume it's going to go higher. Vitamin status didn't do much. And this is over a 6-month period. Really not a whole lot happening in her body. Some improvement, some detox, but not getting to mercury. Okay. So what we did is we had her double her dose of ZeoCharge. So after the 6 months of taking 2 tablespoons along with her other things, we had her double the dose to 4 tablespoons of ZeoCharge per day and do everything else the same. And here's what happened. Incredible improvement. So this is just after 30 days. So this was after 6 months. We had basically nothing happening. Then after just 30 days of doubling the dose of ZeoCharge, we see incredible improvement. I mean, drastic improvement in minerals. I mean, these are really phenomenal improvement for 30 days, honestly, at the tissue level or the cellular at the intracellular level. And then here we go. Finally, we got the mercury to be released, right? This is probably the first time. This could be 40, 50 years. This could be the first time in 50 years that this mercury has been dislodged from wherever it's hiding in the body. I don't know, but it hasn't gone anywhere for a long time. And even after all the stuff she was doing, her body was not releasing it. Now we're getting it going. But it took that extra 2 tablespoons of ZeoCharge, getting to 4 tablespoons in order to get her body to this point. You also see a decrease in a lot of the other ones, a pretty sharp decrease in the others. It's possible that maybe those have already been removed because she's been detoxing so long and now they're just on the way down. It's also possible that she still has a way to go with those as well, but her body is now prioritizing the mercury detox because it is more toxic than the others. And then her body was just stopped releasing these because it was releasing them before. It was kind of inverted. See, the body is releasing all these metals, but not releasing mercury. So those are going up, mercury is going down. And then now we have the opposite. Mercury is going up, all the others are going down. So it is likely that she still has these, but now her body is prioritizing mercury. And when she starts getting that out, it's just everything is just a positive snowball effect because mercury just really clogs up the detox pathways more than the others. So anyway, great improvement. I mean, quite phenomenal considering the only change that she made was doubling the dose of ZeoCharge. And then how did her body respond? Very well. Her vitamin status is absolutely remarkable. The improvement, and that's just from adding 2 tablespoons more of ZeoCharge per day. So that just shows you it's all about finding the right dose. Some people 1 tablespoon is a good dose. Some people 2 tablespoons. Some people need 4. Some people need even more. And that's why just starting with the higher dose is always a better idea. And then as you reduce your toxic burden, you can lower the dose. But it's always better to err on the side of a higher dose because if she could have continued on the 2 tablespoons probably for, she was on it for about 2 years. She started on it right when we initially developed it a couple years ago, and it took us about 2 years to bring it to market. But she got on it right away and didn't see much change on it until she doubled it to 4 tablespoons, and then bam, in 1 month she saw incredible improvement. So it's all about the dose. All right, that is that one.